Hey, come on. Come on. Hey. What? Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Hey. Let's chit chat, this is the show now. Come on. Bad black mama's gonna let you know now. Hey. Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Come on. Let's chit chat, let's chit chat, hey. Let's chit chat, sis. Hey, what's up? Let's chit chat, let's chit chat, let's chit chat, sis. Hey.
Hey, my sister girls, because we're not starting with ladies today. Hey, my sister girls, my sissies, how are y'all doing today?
Good. Can't complain.
Can't
Doing
complain.
well. Doing well. Doing well.
Tell me something good. What y'all been doing?
Girl, momming and wifing. This is what I'm
Momming and wifing. Never change. Look, even when they get grown, you momming and wifing.
Yes.
Always.
Working and exercising and
exercising.
Yeah.
I've just picked up my walking again, even in the rain now, just trying to stay consistent, that's just my thing. If I could just give up eating chocolate chip cookies, I think all will be
Look,
well.
we have to have some kind of pleasure now.
Yeah, Keisha, you need to do an episode on that, because I think realistically, I think that is something where it makes people fall off. You know what I mean? So
you gotta look up that Beyonce quote. Beyonce made a quote where she's like, I don't tell myself I can't eat. I just get the small thing in the place. So she's like, I go to McDonald's, I just don't get the biggest thing. I get the
I don't go to McDonald's because I just don't.
You know what she meant? That was like
they were there. I don't go to McDonald's because I don't trust the longevity of the food they're serving.
So I see documentaries.
I gave them up years ago, but to each his own. My kids eat McDonald's and stuff like that, They take a vitamin afterwards or an antibiotic, one or the other, but do it fits you. My biggest thing is, of course, sweet things. If I eat a half of a chocolate chip cookie, I just feel bad, but then I go back and get the other half. So I
feel bad for the other half.
I don't feel too bad. If I could get the sweet taste out, like I was thinking about one time getting like like hypnotic, where they do with people that smoke cigarettes and things like that. Can you just trick my mind not to eat sweet things? Because I don't really need the meal.
But you can always have it, just in moderation. It's just in moderation.
Don't give it up. You don't need a hypnosis.
Yeah, I need that, because I think that I dream about cakes and stuff at night. I do. I feel like I'm in some place with some good cakes, or it's pretty bad. But I think that at this age, I'm just trying to do the moderation thing. I can't eliminate. And look, I'm a devout person that fasts, because I can do a 2-week fast like it's nobody business. But when I come off of it, I'm not thinking about drinking no broth or something. I'm thinking about a cinnamon bun or honey bun or something like that. So all of it is defeated. But it is what it is. But this is a really good episode. Girl code.
Girl code.
Girl code. It's like a secret society, isn't it?
Unspoken rules that we should live by or go by.
They got the Bible, and then they got the girl Bible.
So don't you always notice that women are the ones that say, we have our circle and our small little circle? I think that's because of girl code. I think that because girl code is not it's not practiced by everybody, and that's okay, but I think that's why we are so distinct about our.
That's true, Kim, because you do base your friendship on who you really call your friend, based on your ideals, the same ideals that you have, the same code or ethics that you go by. That's kind of how you have your small knit group.
Right.
So that's true.
Yeah. So when you said there's also girls that don't follow girl code, and that's okay. You have to realize that some people are not going to follow these codes. So you need to be like, okay, cool. And then, you get another set of friends, because it's like you said, it's okay to not follow it as well.
Yeah, I think there's some people that don't follow girl code. They are just, I'm not going to say nothing bad about them. I think that a lot of people live in a survival mode. And in a survival mode, it doesn't include you having this solid base of friends. You see what I'm saying? So it's all right. You live by like you live. But you know, one word that I say a lot, and I say a lot now to people who are very endeared to me, is sissy. Because if you are my sissy, I just don't use that word lightly because I really truly love you. Sorry, I had to push the thing. I really truly love you, and I mean I love a lot of people, but you could be standing in the place of my blood sister. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that means a lot to me. I think that sometimes people use it too frequently, but when I say it, I know that I mean it. But let's get into this girl code. Keisha,
Yes.
what is your just your thought or your what do you think girl code means though? Because we went over, but for you, not and Jasmine, you next. So you off the hot seat right now. So you
So
got time to think of what you're
uh,
gonna say.
a girl code to me means um, just some things that you know or rules that you personally have yourself that you would want someone to respect and reciprocate back to you.
Right.
So yeah, it's just a set of unspoken things you go by, and you would like your friends or whoever you associate with to go by those same rules. So a girl code could be a multitude of different things,
Right.
different things.
Right. Jaslyn.
Saw it as I thought it was some concrete rules, and it's some rules that you don't even ask where they came from, how they
Right.
started. You just follow these rules, and for some reason, we are all born knowing these rules. Like, so when you're in a situation where there's girl code violations, and the girl's like, "I didn't know," like we all know, different races, different background. We all kind of know the basis of it. So I thought it was just like a concrete, like I told you, I was joking. I was like, there's a Bible and then there's like girl code. Like people really hold that. And you said you're
Yeah.
going to change this, which I was like, okay, I want to hear about
Yeah.
it.
So I'm gonna jump on one that we said before we hit record. Girlfriends dating your ex. Y'all faces say it all.
No, 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 no.
That was very specific, Auntie. We didn't say it like that. That's not a girlfriend of yours.
No.
Okay, and look, I'm gonna play the devil's advocate, okay? Because if I have a girlfriend and they are my girlfriend and they go date my ex, honestly, I BS y'all not. I really don't care. Know why? Because that person became an ex for a reason. But I'm gonna say put a but in there. That person became an ex for reason, but I told you some really probably intimate things about that person, and you want to go brave the waters, I'm just gonna let
So would
them
you,
take care of that.
so do you think that if that happened,
Mhm.
hypothetically,
Mhm.
someone is dating your ex, do you think, and you knew that person the
Before.
same time when you were married
Mhm.
to your ex, do you think that they had that idea in their head, or wouldn't you think they had that idea in their head when you were married to the person
Beginning.
in
That's
the
what
beginning?
snake.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes, and maybe I'm just contradicting myself. I'm gonna say yes, and I will probably, you dating my ex is already gonna put us in a situation where we're going to separate. You see what I'm saying? Because
Right.
because think about it. I'm not going to come and be around my ex like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That could cause a lot of problems. So
Exactly.
you put me in that situation, that was your choice. And that's okay. That don't mean I dislike you. But I'm not trying to be around him. And I don't have it and I got exes. Look, I'm not trying to be around them. I don't have animosity, but I just feel like this. When you selected to have a relationship with them, you selected to remove me because I can't be around y'all like that. I can't bring my husband around it. And hell, we just trying to live civil now. We ain't trying to get court cases and all that other stuff.
How do
Live
you
a
guys
peaceful life.
consider girl code to like mesh with family though? Because I'm gonna tell you something. CG has put me onto a few little movies, and I ran into a movie called Soul Food, and I still have not slept
Oh,
over it.
soul food, girl.
Yeah.
Girl, that's not no nothing. That was real serious stuff. That was a real serious.
That was real serious stuff.
Yes.
The movie. So does girl code go into I swear to
It
God.
should.
It should, because that
It
girl was
should.
wrong. She was
Very
wrong.
wrong.
Dead ass.
You don't come up in nobody's house living, okay? First and foremost, let's put it where you can understand it. Hell, you don't come up in nobody else's house, and I don't care what, laying on that damn floor with your half of your butt cheeks hanging out and talking and boosting them up on the things that obviously the wife is not doing. That is not your place to do that. You're kind of
No.
setting yourself up to be more than what it is. You see what I'm saying? And I always think about what my dad used to say. Why do you think somebody want more for you than they want for themselves? That's just huge. You know what I mean? Because that girl was lacking in so many different things. Things was falling apart. You know what I mean? And then you come over here. This house may have not have all of the components of a solid marriage, but financially and things like that, they were grounded. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And sometimes people want what you got, you know, and hell, that's where it ended up. And you know, look, there's another saying this may go over your head because my grandma used to say it. My grandma used to say, family kin to a cat and a cat kin to the devil. Be careful, you know what I mean? When you bring the family members in, you know what I mean? Because family members would be the first one to destroy you. I'm going to be honest. You can't, you know, and I think I have done this so many times, Keisha and Jasmine, brought family members up in my house, and it goes terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. So not like you went and took my husband or something like that, but other things get you know keep the
All right, so
It's too many
so
hotels around
so
here.
something related. Question. Should a person, say for instance, you have a girlfriend or whatever, should you have a function at your house, your family members are there. Should they see someone that they're attracted to that's in your family, should they seek your permission before they say, Kim or Jasmine, your cousin is looking real good. I like, should they ask your permission? Do you think they should ask your permission, or is it okay to just go ahead and?
We went
I
over this.
think you should ask my permission because you don't know what you look, Jasmine. Look, you already know. I ain't gonna say that. I think you need to ask my permission because if you my friend, first and foremost, don't you want to even know from the background on this person because you don't know. But if you want to go around in the backyard and fool around with them, and I already know that every function this person been stealing from the family, and you keep on go hit and mess, I could have helped you.
Don't do it. I've noticed that when you try to tell people that, then you become a hater. So I don't do it. If you want somebody, I'm gonna get you this, and I'm gonna tell you straight up, this got nothing to do with me. Y'all handle each other. Goodbye.
Handle it.
I don't need you calling me crying about my cousin because they are beautiful. They're gonna ruin you. That's not my fault. You can't call me. So anybody, everywhere I go with CG here, it's like, you got a cousin? I said, I got plenty of them. Everything that happens between you and my cousin, between you and my cousin.
Okay, now what if your girlfriend is dating someone and you know that they're not any good? You don't like them from the jump.
Oof.
You don't like them, but you see his moves. I mean, you see things that she can't see because she have love in her eyes, but you see it all. What do you do? Because that's a girl code right there. What do you do? Do you tell her or you don't?
Can I plead the fifth because I'm married? I don't think I should be doing girl code because that's not my business.
We all married. We gonna tell. Look,
man, I be minding my
business much. I don't know if y'all would do this, but I know that I have had several situations where I've seen things that now needs to be brought to your good friend's attention. You know what I mean? But I just always choose my words wisely. I choose them wisely because I think you become the offender just as bad as the person doing it. Because the worst pain in the world is to feel like somebody has betrayed you and other people knew that was close to you. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes they may not like it, but I guarantee you they'll come back around and express how they're thankful for it. I won't come and be like, do. As soon as I see a girl, get the broadsheet right now because Lolo is over there. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have a conversation like, I'm concerned, I'm concerned with what I saw, and I think it would be wrong for me not to tell you. What you do with it is, I'm
It's on
always
you.
here to support you. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to edge the person on and tell them what they need to do. I just feel like I honestly have to say it. That's me. So
Well, guess what,
y'all
ladies?
better do the same thing for me, because I'm telling y'all see something, y'all better tell me.
I'm gonna have to snitch.
Bitch, tell me.
I'm sorry. I'm snitching.
That was a good one, Keisha. Woo.
Yeah.
But now think about it, like with the social media, because now we have, whether you like it or not, we're in the social media era.
Mhm.
How are y'all dealing with y'all friends, friending y'all husbands or y'all partners, your girlfriends or whatever?
I think because
You
we're
can't avoid this.
podcasters, you have to be careful how you betray your mate. You see what I'm saying? Because exposure is now out of your hands when you put them out there. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you better choose wisely. Is your relationship strong enough to withstand social media or not? Like I could tell you, I have to post things, and y'all both know I have to post things. It has nothing to do with my life whatsoever.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And people send me things in DMs, and say little things like that. They get totally ignored. You know what I mean? Because I'm giving them no traction whatsoever. You're not even getting a goddamn hello. You know what I mean? Nothing. But for the respect of my husband, I have to let him know what is going on. You see what I'm saying? Far as like with social media and like my girlfriends, most of my girlfriends, they're not on social media like that. You see what I'm saying? Maybe that, like even on my personal page, as y'all know, I
Yeah.
rarely put stuff on my personal
How
page.
about
Exactly. I don't either. It's mostly happy birthday to whoever birthday come up,
Right.
I dealt with
or
the
is someone
texting.
having a something event, and I'll say, "Oh, congratulations!" Like it's now.
That's it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
I'm like, in the beginning of my relationship, it was a lot of like, nobody saw. My mom to this day says that CG is a catfish because I don't play about my boundaries, and I say you're gonna meet my man when I say you're gonna meet my man. You're not gonna force me. This is my Prince Harry, so y'all meet him when I say so. So I had a lot of people that were like, it was like, oh, as soon as I added him, it was like a big reveal. Now everybody wanted to know and everybody wanted to add him. And it was like, I mean, everybody knows me. I'm very abrasive. I'm a very nice girl, but I'm very abrasive. And I was just like, there's really no reason that y'all need to be friends with my husband. My husband needs to be friends with my father and my brother. That is it. Because even my mother is a woman. What does my mom have to offer my son, my husband? What are you guys gonna talk about? I'm like, she can go talk to your mom because they're the same age and they're women, but there's really nothing much that you need to be friends with like anybody in the family. Why? Because I don't know. When you're younger, you don't know what happens, but when you're grown and you start hearing the stuff in the background, you're like, you start making two and two together. You're like, well, y'all got different last names, but y'all got the same dad, but we cousins. But you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm not doing this with y'all. So I protect my house. Like I'm like, you need to protect your own stuff at all times.
You do need to protect your
protect my
house.
house.
I think the girlfriends that have my husband as their friends on social media is because personally we're all in a friendship together. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you one thing: you don't want to be friends with my husband on social media because he looks at y'all think I'm crazy. The stuff he look at on social media, I'm like, that is because you look at crazy stuff and the algorithm is following you, and that's why that crazy mess is going on. But he don't even have a face on his social media page, and he thinks that somebody is after him or looking
That's
at
like a man thing.
whatever.
He does the
Yeah,
same thing.
he
I'm
could care
like,
less about that. But
I
to
know.
your point, Jaslyn, I think that if like I said, all my close friends and people that I cherish in life, you could do whatever you want because I already know what my husband gonna do. If you send him something, I bet you it's gonna sit in that notification for about 6 months because he ain't even
will
gonna
I find it?
Never respond.
he's not
Will
gonna
I
even look
find
at it.
it?
Yeah, but I think that when we talk about girl code, and I just wish that all the rest of the co-hosts was on here because I would love to hear what they have to say too.
Yes, I thought it was gonna be all of us here.
Yeah, I think that some of us would have different opinions of what girl code is because especially if you feel like you've been scorned. You know what I mean? If you've been scorned, kicking it with your girlfriend and your girlfriend has done some ill stuff to you, I think that you will probably feel a different way. But I had a question. Now I forgot the damn question. Oh Lord.
I try to stay
Should
positive.
you agree? I have a question. Should
Go
you
ahead.
agree with your girlfriend even when they're wrong in the presence of others?
Y'all making me realize
Be
that.
on their side. Should you be on their side?
Thanks, Keisha.
Keisha, now.
I know why I don't got no girlfriends, because I'll tell you straight up, like, it's looking funky. Because I see us as a flock. So it's like when you're doing weird stuff, it's going to group us all into a group of weirdos. And I just don't.
I
And
think I've
especially
had that
relationship
though.
stuff. Woo,
I think
relationship.
I've always waited. I think I didn't give any opinion there because I always think like this. Now that I'm older, probably when I was younger, I didn't do that because I would just say anything because I
Right.
just was like that. But now that I'm older, I will really sit back and wait because I don't want to offend anybody like that. And you're my friend, you know what I mean? And I don't want you to be offended. Now, when I tell you afterwards, hopefully you'll take it with grace. But no, I wouldn't do that, Keisha. I wouldn't tell somebody in front of a whole bunch of
Right.
make somebody shame. Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Guys, you know what it is? It's like, and you also have to remember different people. I told CG that this morning. I'm like, different people bring different energies out of people.
Right.
So a lot of the times you're telling me your story, and I'm like, I don't know if it's you that's making this person. I mean, you don't want to blame the person, but it's like I don't really know the full, story of it. So I'm a default person. I'm gonna just stay quiet. I'm like, this is probably why I don't got no girlfriends. It's just my cousins, and that I'm like, I think we need to
And,
start
and
talking about this.
they're not to have a lot. It really is because
My best friends are my cousins.
It's called keeping your peace and being very selective. It's called keeping your
like
peace.
that.
Yeah,
And I'm
keeping your
introverted too,
peace.
so it takes a lot
Yeah.
for me to really come out and put somebody out there. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm a listener. I like to listen what somebody say and then try to absorb it. But my biggest thing is I don't want to and some people can't help themselves. Some people just feel like they have to let things out. But I don't know if someone did that to me because guess what? We never are always right. If someone did that to me, I think I would always chunk that up to what kind of personality they are. You know what I mean? Because some people don't. I won't want you to do it. I would wish you would tell me as confidential as possible or
Right.
as possible, but I don't know, that was a good one. You got more, Keisha?
You should have got the questions.
Oh,
We're in the hot
let's
seat.
see.
This is a hot seat.
What about okay?
Uh-oh.
You're with a group, not necessarily your friends, but people you know, acquaintances. Okay. But they happen to be talking about your good friend.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you, let me go back to what I said before. I'm introverted, but I'm not a silent person. I don't think that's gonna work well with me because I think I try my best to live with a lot of integrity, and that doesn't make me better than anybody else, but it makes me have a quick tongue about things that I think would hurt my friend. You see what I'm saying? Like I couldn't sit back and let somebody say, Jaslyn, she is this and this and that. Did you hear about that? First and foremost, we're gonna stop talking about Jaslyn because you don't know her like that. And she's my niece and Keisha is my sister. So it's not cool for you to talk to her
exactly
like that. It's not cool. And then I'm not gonna elaborate, but leave it like that because we don't want to bring the law involved. So just let me tell you the way it is and just say nothing. Okay? Because now I didn't put you out there. Don't do it. Okay? Because I don't like that stuff.
Well, remember I told you it took me a while to realize that, because I'm a person, I'm like, okay, I'll just leave it alone. If they're talking about something, I'm like, oh, and I'll change the subject really quick. But it wasn't recently that I'm like, I was talking to one of my cousins. I told you my cousins are my best friends. And they're telling you it's kind of like when you have somebody around you that is talking to somebody you don't get along with, okay, you can ignore it. But when those two get together, Jasmine, what do you think they're talking about? And I was like,
that's right.
No, like it hit me like a ton of bricks. And since that day, I told you I don't play by my boundaries. Since that day, I'm like, if I know that you speak to somebody that I don't like, you can't hit my phone up because you blocked. You don't even know that. You just blocked on my phone. Because I'm like, oh, I never thought about it like that. But even if you want to ignore it and be kind of the middleman, you have to, because it's like today is that person, tomorrow's gonna be you.
Like, but you already there. You just don't know what the conversation is.
Exactly.
You're already there.
I like that.
What if you have a fallout with your girlfriend?
You ever had a breakup with your friend? That stuff hurts.
I mean, if you have a fallout and a breakup with your friend, do you share with your other friends?
Let me tell you, I had one of probably the biggest fallouts in my entire life, and the people that watch this will find out today. Because I'm like, they asked me, and I'm like, that was like 6 years ago, Auntie. I'm not playing with you. It's been like 5 or 6 years, and I hope she was solid enough to do the same for me. Because I'm like, they'd be like, "How's this girl?" I'm like, "She's doing fine. How's her son?" "He's fine." I don't know. I pray that they're fine, but I'm like, we had a nasty fallout. We had a bunch of mutual friends, and I'm like, if you're gonna hear some gossip, it won't be from me. You're gonna hear from her, not from me.
I think I had a fallout. This was when I was younger. I want to say college, with a friend, and that's the only one I can say that I really had a fallout with. I think now, if I had a fallout, it would just be between the person I'm having a fallout with and nobody else, because my life is not based on talking about somebody else. I mean, it's just not. So yeah, it
I
but
think
it
if
does
someone
it does
asks me
hurt.
about
Yeah,
it because somebody else has said something, I'll keep it. I'll say yes. It's that
yeah,
happened, and then I'll
move
just
on from it.
move on from it because I don't like gossiping. So it's just gonna be. I'll say yeah, that's going on. First and foremost, you asking me is something lets me know that that other person says something, but somebody has to take the higher ground and let's squash this.
Yes.
I'm not gonna you know keep it going on. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Sometimes you just gotta leave it where it's at.
I
Yeah,
want
that
to know some of the girl code rules because I'm like, I know some of them. I don't know if you put that, like, put in the comments the kind of girl code rules you guys know, because I'm like, I know a
I
few,
think
but
it's a lot of girl code rules. I think the biggest one is always the one we talk about somebody's ex-mate. You know what I mean? Are
Right.
they off limits? That's a huge one. You know what I mean? I think another girl code is that how do you like Keisha said, how do you protect your friendship when someone else is either jeopardizing or talking about it? You know what I mean? Where do you prove that you are a girl friend that is somebody who's not going to stand for negativity or disparaging remarks about your friend? You know what I mean? That's a girl code. That's something that we can't ever entertain. I think I told this story on another episode. I had somebody who I used to call a good friend of mine, and I was dating this guy, and this was a long time ago, y'all. Let me just put this disclosure out, okay?
I was gonna say, I was like, I'm gonna put Uncle Keith right now.
I was in my I
Yeah,
was
let's
in my
let's listen because we're getting ready to
Uncle
tell it right
Keith,
now.
doing it.
this was a long time ago, but I was in my I think I was early 20s, okay? And I had just moved down south, and me and this girl was cool because she had a good job. She was a good mom, and I didn't even have kids at this point. And the crazy thing was, I used to tell her a lot about this guy, and she was like, "Oh, he seems like he has it together." He was like almost a fashion designer and stuff, and he was very handsome. So one day she picked me up and we were going out to the NCO club in Norfolk, and she had a friend with her. So I wonder why the friend never said hello or anything else. And the girl is sitting in the back seat. So how do you ride all the way from her house and leave the front seat for me? Okay. So she never spoke, and I got in. So we got to the club. The whole time she was staring at me. And I guess she didn't get the nerve up to do what she wanted to do. So when she came to drop me back off, and I was like, okay, see you later. I was like, it's nice meeting you. She turned around and said, "Oh, you think so and so is your man? I just was with him last night. I just want to let you know, B." And they drove off. So the next day, like stuff like that doesn't phase me, y'all. I'll be honest. Like the next day, because if you have to tell me something like that, I already know that I'm under your skin. Okay. So the next day, the girl called me, was like, "Girl, she's so crazy. I did not know she was going to say that to you. I
But she knew
never
the
ever."
situation. But she knew the situation beforehand.
Exactly. Exactly. I never said to her like blah blah blah. You knew with her and you knew this. I said, "Oh, that's cool," and I never spoke to her again.
The right thing to
I
do.
left her where she was at. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Because
you know what
I'm
it is.
over
You
here.
have to know the cycle of a lot of these people. It's like an argument that's not going to stop. Because
Yeah,
I'm like
right.
in the same situation where it was like, when we're best friends, you can't say nothing about my best friend when I'm around. So there were situations where I'm like, as soon as my friend's name would come up, I'd immediately be like, nah, we're not gonna do this. We can call her right now. But there was always a situation that she could come up to me and was like, this person said this about you. This person, girl, you know this person was saying this about you. And I was like, I would get
what
angry
did
at the
you
person.
say?
Oh, I'm coming at the people. I'm fighting people. I'm making enemies out of everybody. But
But
I'm
that's what I'm saying. What did
they're
she
my
say?
enemies. They're her best
That's
friend.
the question.
Boom.
What did she say?
But you know what I didn't do? Waste my time and ask her. I was like, peeps, moving on. Because
But I
I'm
know
not
you
going to
said
go back and
something.
forth with you.
I
This
know
stuff
you
you're
said
doing
it.
it for fun. This is not fun for me. So you're going to find a way to loop me in this. And then
Mhm.
I'm just stuff that's abuse. I'm like, you could go through abuse in a friendship like you do in a relationship. I've had friendships that when I tell people what was going on, they were telling me like, are you sure you're not dating this person? Because this is like relationship stuff. And I'm like, this is my best friend. Like, no, this, you know? So you also have to know that sometimes girl code is good, but you have to know when to be able to make the cut. Because sometimes you can't let girl code get you so caught up that you
So
end
do
up
you
in a
think that girl code makes it easier to set boundaries on having your relationship with your girlfriends? Because it's
I
unspoken.
think so.
It's
I think
unspoken.
so.
I don't think so. Because I think we let stuff slide really quickly. That's probably why my count friend is like 0. It's just my cousins. Because I'm like, I can't cut my cousins off. They're my family. But everybody else
The first
can.
ones get cut off.
Man, I know. Those are my babies. Like, they ain't do nothing bad to me. So I'm like, those are the only people that I could trust. So, girl code with them is the same thing. It says I know I can't go to my cousins about some dumb stuff in my marriage and then be like, yeah, girl, go do that. They're gonna be like,
Ever
we're gonna
do
call him
that.
up. Oh, I've had situations where I call my cousin. I'm like, I'm about to, and she's like, I wish you would, Jasmine. And I'm like, okay, I'm not. Like,
I think that's a really good one you put out, Jasmine, because you know what? It hit me when you just said that. Me and Keisha have been married a long time. You gonna be married a long time. This is food for your soul.
Mm-hmm.
It's my another one of my grandmom saying, y'all. Tongue and teeth could fall out, but they'll come back together. And you will be the one that be on the out. And what she was saying was, don't go running your mouth to the girlfriend, the mama, the daddy, and anybody else about the situations you have, because we all have situations in marriage. Because guess what? Y'all gonna make up. And now they're gonna be
And
coming.
then they're gonna be mad and they're gonna know all about
Don't do it. Don't. That's a code too. Really, that is a
Mhm.
code. And as much as you know what, I got sisters. I got sisters. And what me and my sisters talk about their marriages, we keep it at a high level. Because I'm not going to tell you, but so much. Because we all go through things in marriage. But you just, I'm not telling no girlfriends. I'm not ever telling no girlfriends about deep, dark things. Now I could tell you that something bothers me about something with my husband. You know what I mean? But we're not going into the creaks of it. You see what I'm saying? Because
Right.
that can get where now you may challenge the girl code. You know what I mean? Because almost you put them in a precarious situation that they probably can't even get out of. You see what I'm saying? Because you told so much. So when they see your husband, they be like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? He ain't nothing.
Back in the days, that's why I'm like, when your life changes, does girl code, can it change? Because I'm like, back in the
Yeah.
day, you used
Yes.
to come at me and be like, Jasmine Ryan was with you. And I'm like, yeah. Now I'm like, shorty, what's up? What you mean? Like, I had a friend do that to me the other day and I cut her off. Because I was like, bro, you put me in a weird position where I'm thinking I know everything and I have somebody else giving me some surprise hit and I don't know how to defend you or now myself. So I have to cut that person off. So I think it feels that way.
And you brought up a good point. It does change because when you were younger, think about younger, especially us. Well, when we used to go out to different clubs and everything, it's like cute little codes like, okay, we're together, we come together, we're gonna leave together.
Go
Now, of
leave.
course, you might have that one girlfriend like, girl, I'm not leaving with y'all. Oh, somebody else.
Right.
But y'all have that conversation. You just don't go off and they like, well, where is Kim? Well, I thought we go, so you leave together, you come together. You go to, if you're somewhere out in public, you go to the restroom together because you never know what creepy person's gonna be around. So you have all those little codes. I mean, we don't need it now because we're not doing all those things, but those were some codes for then.
We don't, but the single girls and the girls out do, because stuff has gotten more dangerous than it was.
Yeah.
So like bathroom stuff, all
That's
that
when
stuff.
you
Yeah.
need these codes,
Yeah.
though.
You
You
that.
need them now more than ever. You know.
Well,
These
that's
dumb
true.
security codes.
I mean,
Damn.
think about that poor girl
Yes,
that
be
was
there
down
security.
south, but they was none of them people was her friend. They was all against her. That ended up
Exactly.
dead. All those people
Exactly.
was against. See, where the problem is, girl code mean that this person is your ride or die, they your friend. You know what I mean? They are going to look out for you. You can have indifferences, but they're going to look out for you. Those people, none of them were her friends. Even the person that she was claiming was
Right.
her best friend.
Was
none-
her friend was, you're right, Kim. You're right.
That's a
Yeah.
difference. You know what I mean? And that's
Girl
a
code.
question.
Always keep their secrets safe. If they do tell you something, keep it safe.
Keep it safe.
Keep it safe.
Yeah, because sometimes don't you think you need to tell somebody something that will relieve things off of you, and you
Girl,
want
my thing, you better get you a
to hear
journal.
it again.
Who
Look
said
at
get
this.
your
Listen to
journal?
this,
She said get
auntie.
your journal.
I got a house full of journals. I don't need to talk to nobody. Give me some journals. There's journals.
I journal a lot. I journal
You
a
know
lot.
what it is, auntie? It's because, like you said, there has to be more women that talk about getting scorned. I'm like, I'm not the person that keeps going. I'm like, all right, it didn't work a few times. I'm just not gonna do it anymore. I'm like,
And that's what I say. Everybody has a different situation because I'm
Yes,
sure
I'm
everybody on here has had a situation where somebody
Right.
has betrayed their trust. You know what I mean? And that kind of teaches you, you know, look, I can't go at this ankle. I mean, but like my sincere best friend, me and her, we could talk about anything. Anything.
Mhm.
Like what because I know that she's not gonna think any indifference. Anything. So it's
Mhm.
okay. You know what I mean? But I think that when we talk about the girl code, and let's be honest, y'all, when we talk about girl code, if you are with a friend and that friend is somewhere where you starting to critique the girl code, then y'all may not really be all the friends that you think you are,
Mhm.
honestly. Because your true friends, do you really think about girl code?
Yeah.
Nope, not really.
Nope. That's what I just wanted to say at the end, y'all, because I think that
I didn't like that.
girl code is cool, but if you gotta think about what is the girl code for that friend, y'all might not be as close as you think that you are. You know what I mean? You might be in a protective mode, protect yourself from becoming enemies or
True.
frenemies
True.
or something like that. Because the people that I feel like that are my sissies, I could tell you anything about me, and it's not going to be it's not going to jeopardize our friendship. That's my closing remarks. What y'all think about social?
My closing remark would be the friend you need.
That's a good one, Keisha.
Be the friend you need.
That's a good one. Jaslyn?
I say respect friendships at all levels. Only because, like she said, treat others how you want to be treated. There's other people that, in friendships, it's a mess for me. I'm a person that's been through a lot with that stuff. So I just learned to, some friends are low maintenance friends. The friends that I do have are my low maintenance friends because they respect my level of friendship. They know Jasmine
like that word, low maintenance friend.
Yes, I'm not a bad
Good
friend,
word.
auntie. I'm a low maintenance friend. That's what it is.
That's right. And most of my friends, all of my friends are low maintenance.
All my
You
friends
know
are
what
low
that
maintenance
is.
too.
We can call each other a year back. My best friend lives in Orlando. I haven't spoken to my best friend in like 2 years. He sent me a meme the other day. We're like, man, that's crazy because like nothing happened. I got married, I had a son. He doesn't know nothing. I told him recently, like, I got married, I got a son. He's like, my dad died and stuff. I was like, it's been 2 years since we've spoken. But that's my closest homeboy. But that's how low. I found somebody that's just as low maintenance.
But it's like that though. It's like that because I lived down south for 26 years, and honestly, my best friend was up here. You know what I mean? We call each other's cousins because we're just that tight. You know what I mean? And at one point, I hadn't talked to her in like 3 years. You know what I mean? But I could join back up with her in the same feeling.
And it's just like nothing has
There's
dropped
no
off.
hostility.
Right.
There's no questions. It's
Right.
you are.
Nope.
No, it's hey, how you doing? Hey, like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
So respect your friends at every friend level. If you have the high maintenance friends and you're
I don't have no high maintenance friends. I'm too old for high maintenance friends because they make you have to take medication and get yourself.
you take like one high maintenance friend is enough.
I don't want them. Like, I complain. I got one.
I got one, maybe.
I just know that I'm not a high maintenance friend. I'm not because I hope because somebody may look at this and say yes you are, but I'm not a high maintenance friend because
DG's gonna comment like, yeah, you are to me. Like,
yeah, most of the time my friends, what they have to do is remind me of stuff because I have like 90 irons in the fire and I'm like all over the place sometimes, but I am really structured, if that sounds like that's even a possibility. But most of my friends have to remind me stuff and like get it together, Kim. You've got that. Like, I'm okay, I never take offense to it because I know that what I signed up for, but they're my friends and I love them. And just like y'all are, you're my family, and it's Keisha, you're my sister girl, and I love y'all too.
Love you too.
So, yeah, this was a really good episode. And
I wish other girls were here. We should do something where we incorporate all of us at the same time because we're all from different, parts.
maybe I'll bring this back as a live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this would be a good live.
This would be a good live.
Because people are going to be able to, because we are evolved women doesn't mean that everybody else is.
Right. Yeah, I like to hear everybody's opinion because everybody's not alike on here, but everybody is good people. So, that's the most important thing. So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you, ladies. It was a great episode. I love your final remarks, and I hope that anybody that listens to this know that having a code is maybe a standard, but you don't need a code when you have genuine friendship.
Exactly.
So, joining us on the porch today is
Jasmine
and Keisha.
And everybody check us out on Wednesday when we drop a new episode. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Take care and have a wonderful week on purpose.
Bye.
Bye.